Okay guys, today's video is on making creme brulee. So after preheating your oven to 325 degrees, we're going to go ahead and start with a medium saucepan and add 1 quart of heavy cream. After we add that, we're going to go ahead and add 1 vanilla bean that we're going to split, scrape, and add the pulp and the seed to the mix. So if you don't know how to split a vanilla bean, just go ahead and take out a fresh vanilla bean and you're going to cut it along one of the sides, and then you're just going to use a small paring knife to scrape out the seeds and pulp from the middle of it, which is going to help give you flavor and color. As you can see, the pulp is a bunch of tiny little flecks that might get on your fingers, and those will give you those tiny little dots in your creme brulee, or what you might see in like French vanilla ice cream. Just go ahead and scrape out the pulp and put it straight into the quart of cream. So we're going to go ahead and give that a quick spin here, and then we're going to go ahead and let that bring to a boil. Once it completely foams up and comes to a boil, we're going to cover it and let it sit for approximately 15 minutes until you get all the eggs and sugar mixed together. Okay, we're good, so we're going to remove it from the heat, cover it up. So we're going to need 6 egg yolks for this. So we're going to go ahead and split them between the whites and the yolks, and we're going to add the yolks to our medium bowl that's going to have to hold the eggs, the sugar, and the cream in a few minutes. You can save or discard the egg whites if you like. We're not going to need them. We're going to go ahead and add a ½ cup of sugar into here. I want you to notice the bright color that it starts off with. It's going to be a pretty rich, dark yellow, and you're going to keep beating it and just until it starts to become lighter. So as we watch here, I want you to notice how now at the end, it's going to look a lot lighter than it did right at the beginning. Okay, so now we have our egg yolks and our ½ cup of sugar mixed together. We're going to go ahead and add the cream that's been sitting on there for about 15 minutes. Now I don't recommend pouring it straight from the saucepan, but if you do, be careful because it's very easy to spill pouring from them. So I went there and removed the vanilla bean, which you can save for later use if you like, but I'm just going to discard mine. So we're going to add this slowly. If you add too quickly, you're going to scald the eggs. So add a little bit at a time while you continue to whisk with the other hand. You can use a mixer for this, a second person, or whatever you can do. Okay, so now that we've added the cream to our egg yolk and sugar mixture, we're going to go ahead and get our ramekins ready. These are smaller, but they're probably about 6-ounce ramekins. We have 6 of them here. We're going to cover them with ham and then give them a dusting of sugar on the inside. If you tilt the ramekin from left to right as you sprinkle the sugar, it'll coat the entire bottom and sides if you do it evenly. Now, depending on your ramekins, it can make anywhere between 6 to 12 servings. Okay, so all of our ramekins are now filled with sugar. We're going to go ahead and get some warm water, either heated up water or just, pretty warm water from your tap. We're going to go and fill this up till the ramekins are about halfway covered in water. We're going to add a little bit more. that out of the way, we're going to go ahead and add the actual creme brulee to the ramekins. So we're going to start over here so that if it drips into the next ramekin. As you can see, we're going to go ahead and fill them up pretty high, about to the edge. And again, it depends on how many ramekins you're wanting to make. You can fill them all the way up, or you can fill them right below the top, whatever you see fit in your situation. But I'm trying to end up going back and filling these up and topping them off once I get all the way through to see how much batter I have left. Now with the ramekins filled, we're going to go ahead and put this into our preheated oven that again has been preheated to 325 degrees. We're going to go ahead and place them there, and they're going to cook for about 35 to 40 minutes. Essentially, you're going to want them to be just slightly brown on top, and they're going to be kind of set, but they're still going to be slightly trembling right in the middle. You can see a bit better here in the close-up. They're set, they're not liquid, but they're still kind of, jiggling around. Now I recommend you leave these in the refrigerator for about 2 hours before you brown the sugar on top, and take them out at least half hour before you start doing the sugar. You're going to use about half cup total, just sprinkle a little bit on the tops of each creme brulee, and then you're going to go ahead and use a kitchen torch to brown and caramelize the sugar, giving them a crispy top. Be very careful, the ramekins will be hot after you torch them, so you don't accidentally grab a hold of one and burn yourself. Also be, careful with the kitchen torch. This can take some practice because you don't want to burn the creme brulee or over caramelize some of the sugar, but you also want to make sure you get all of it melted. So here's a smaller kitchen torch that can be found at stuff like Bed Bath & Beyond or a lot of other places. So that's, guys. These guys can be kept for about 3 days in the fridge, and I hope you enjoy. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. If you guys try my recipes, go ahead and let me know how they turned out.